Get started.
We're
Grand Rising, everyone. Woo! It's Wednesday. We in the midday of the week. How's it going? We're in our second month of our 30-day challenge. The success is in the routine. And so I just want to keep everybody encouraged to keep on keeping on. And let's go ahead and keep on winning, because we're here to win. God has given us everything we need to live the life that we want to live. We can accomplish anything that we want to accomplish. So let's keep it up. The success is truly in your routine. So I want to encourage you with that. So, I love to start. Oh, it's July the 10th. 2024. And my name is Lakeisha LeGrand, and I'm one of the proud owners of Natural Living by Design. Also, I am known as Madam Finance. We're going to bring some good information today. So y'all know on Wednesdays, I love to talk about a millionaire or billionaire success story. And I'm excited about this one. And I'll let you all know a little bit more about it. Today's success story is Kevin Harrington, a pioneer entrepreneur and business mogul. He is renowned for his groundbreaking work in the infomercial industry and his role as one of the original sharks on the popular television Shark Tank. With a net worth estimated at over $450 million, Harrington's journey from a young entrepreneur to a global business leader is a testament to innovation, perseverance, and a commitment to giving back. Harrington's entrepreneur spirit ignited early in life. In the 1980s, he identified a gap in the television market, the unused airtime late at night and early in the morning. Seizing this opportunity, he created the first infomercial, revolutionizing how products were marketed and sold on TV. This innovation not only launched his career, but also created a multi-billion-dollar industry, making Harrington a household name. Kevin's innovative approach didn't stop there. He co-founded the Home Shopping Network, the HSN, bringing a vast array of products directly into millions of living rooms across America. This venture further cemented his reputation as a pioneer in direct-to-consumer marketing. Beyond his business achievements, Harrington is deeply committed to philanthropy and community service. He actively supports various charitable organizations and initiatives aimed at fostering entrepreneurship and education. Through his involvement with organizations like Junior Achievement, he has helped inspire and educated young people about the possibilities of entrepreneurship. Moreover, Harrington frequently participates in business mentorship programs, offering his knowledge and experience to help emerging entrepreneurs navigate the challenges of building successful companies. His dedication to mentoring has empowered countless individuals to success. Kevin Harrington's success story is a compelling narrative of innovation, hard work, and a passion for helping others. With a net worth of over $450 million, he continues to shape the business world while making significant contributions to society. His legacy serves as an inspiration to inspire entrepreneurs and a reminder of the profound impact one individual can have on the community and beyond. That is Kevin Harrington, and I will let you all know later my venture that I am excited about co-authoring a book with him. And so I am really so excited. I'm so excited. And I am so excited about our guest, Cher Taylor, with SimpliciTeas. And I really admire this young lady. One of the reasons why when I saw her over the weekend, I'm like, oh, she got to be on the show because she does everything with excellence, like everything with excellence. Her customer service is superb. Her setup is always beautiful. She's just so dainty and loving. And so, Shar, thank you. I appreciate you accepting coming on Grand Rising Elizabeth's Wealth Building Wednesday show. And so, can you tell the ladies and gentlemen, the ladies, about you?
Absolutely. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on the Grand Elizabeth show this morning. I'm elated to be here. I was so happy to see you as well, Keisha, this past Sunday. And a little bit about myself. My name is Cher Taylor. I am a native Detroiter. In 1985, we maneuvered over to Southfield, Michigan. So I graduated from Southfield Senior High School in 1993. Been in the banking industry for over 22 years. I retired from banking in 2016. I took a year off and realized I was spending too much money traveling. So I became a flight attendant. And I started SimpliciTeas actually in 2008. And if I could be honest with you guys, it actually started back in the early 70s, and I'll tell you why. SimpliciTeas came about because my grandmother, Maddie, would drink coffee with my grandfather every morning. So do you guys remember The Cosby Show? So you guys remember Olivia on The Cosby Show? As I got older, I realized, you know what, I was probably Olivia when I was little, and I was. I told her, I said, you know what, I want what you're having. I want coffee too. Unbeknownst to me, she wouldn't make me coffee. She would make me black tea, and she would add sugar and cream in it. So when they had their coffee in the morning, I was right there with them. This little story matriculated over to my other grandmother, Maddie, who called my grandmother Louise and said, wait a minute, you giving her coffee? She said, girl, no, it's just tea, cream, and sugar. Well, as I got older, I realized it wasn't coffee, it was tea. And I believe that's where my love of tea actually started, was from her, just putting that in my heart. So from there, my mother would take me to the store. My mother was in college at the time. So she would always say, if I buy this tea, you better drink it all. So one box at a time, I would drink it. And that's where my love actually came for tea.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's amazing. And so that's your story on how you started your business. You know, you do you do a lot of pop-ups? You know, you've been doing this for a while, because I remember with my sister's keeper when I first met you.
Yes.
You know, your personality, your customer service, your setup was, you know, phenomenal. And so where
Thank
did
you.
you get that from? Where did you get that from?
I think that little piece of decoration comes from my mother. I think she, in her previous life, she was an interior decorator, and I picked it up from her. And it's just amazing because when I was talking to you, we were talking about this show, and you said, I want people to hear your story. And I think that behind every business or multimillionaire business, because I'm going to claim it, right, for all of us, there's a story. And my story actually came in 2008, working at the financial institution, a local bank, big bank in Michigan. We were going through an acquisition, not for the bank, but through our department. And we would literally go into our offices every day, not knowing what to expect. And there was nothing to do. And one of my coworkers came in and he said, hey, when are you going to open up your tea company? Because I would always talk about, I don't want a brick and mortar right now. I just want a basic online business. And when you have that fire within your gut, and when it's time for your gift to blossom, God will make a way. Within one day, it was the next day, he came in and he said, listen, I found a wholesaler for you, because I was having an issue finding a wholesaler who would at the time do privatized labeling for me. God didn't tell me that I could do it by myself at that time. He put that on me a few years later, and I did. But in one day, I had an EIN number, had a wholesale distributor who did privatized labeling. And I said, you know, we have to find a corporation name. I said, I want something simple, like very simple, like SimpliciTeas. And it rolled off my tongue just like that. So guys, within one day and $4,000 in my savings account, I made it happen. So my story is, no matter what you have, I don't care if you have $20, if it's that burning sensation in the pit and that gift is ready to be birthed, it'll come into fruition just like it did for me. It'll do it for anybody else. And from there, family over everything. My mother jumped in and said, well, what do you need? My dad was donating money to me to make sure that I have enough money to get my website up, product, tens. And then later along the line, God spoke to me and said, listen, I need you to stop using that privatized labeler because you're gifted enough to do all of your tins yourself. You're gifted enough to manufacture this yourself. And that's what he did. And that's what I'm doing.
Wow, that is fantastic. Welcome, Riola. Welcome, Shirley Mitchell. Oh my God. Y'all, she is so amazing. I just love Miss Shirley. You know, she's a beautiful, wonderful senior, and she is keeping moving. You know, she still do hustle. She teach hustle. She is a fresh of breath air. Welcome, Joy. Glad to be here. That is an amazing story. So I didn't know that you were producing your own, your own teas. I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's
everything. It's in-house. It's in Detroit, Michigan. I have a small little warehouse and I do everything by hand, by myself. That's the way to save money. Sometimes, you think about your business and it being a small Black business. And I've been approached by others to say, we can take you to the next level. We can do this, but I don't want my teas to lose their authenticity, right? They're all loose leaf organic teas. Some are caffeinated, some aren't caffeinated. I love to tell the story. A lot of us, meaning us as brown people, we don't know the true meaning and the benefits behind loose leaf tea because all of my tea is loose leaf tea. So you would need an infuser to steep the tea. But it takes me back to my great grandmother when I would go to Memphis and see her picking stuff out the backyard, not knowing what it was. But if one of us didn't feel well, whatever it was that she pulled up out the earth from the backyard and she put in that hot water, we were feeling a little bit okay by the next day. And as I became older, I realized it was various teas. Teas comes from the plant, the Camellia sinensis, right, plant. You have your fruit teas, your herbal tisanes, you have your green teas, your black teas, your white teas, and all different, variations. And they all come from the earth. And when we think about it, a lot of people use medication for various things. I'm the little holistic guru. I'll push medication away and I'll go straight to my tea or other herbs to make sure that I heal my body, myself, from what God planted on this earth to heal us for.
Wow, that's amazing. Because my company, well, I am one of the proud owners. I have two other business owners. And going through, our family has truly had their share of health challenges, from being healthy to active to bedridden and taking a lot of medications. And we know that that's not healthy. And it really do feel good to have learned. Like my business partner, she was able to heal herself, and getting the best optimum health possible through herbs, supplements, and so, and our body is geared to be able to heal itself. God made a magnificent body, and it's geared to heal itself, but we have to help it. We do have to help it. And a lot of times it comes from our eating. Our eating makes a huge difference, on our longevity, of our life. And so I'm getting more involved in teas because I have all type of different teas. At one point, believe it or not, because we're always looking for natural products, different type of natural products, and was looking at different contract manufacturers, different tea that offered private labeling. And I think it's a huge industry. And so do you grow a lot of your herbs? Do you grow them yourself? Because you mentioned about growing.
The only one that I actually grow myself is peppermint. I do have two wholesalers that are both within the United States that actually allow me to purchase my tea, but I blend all of my teas myself.
Okay, so you blend them with different herbs. Is that what you mean by blending?
Yes, so just say, for example, my Maddie's mango tea, which was named after one of my grandmothers. It has bits of mango pieces in it, bits of the mango leaf, but it's also blended with a black tea. So I blend both of those together, and there you have the Maddie's mango tea. The same thing with Louise's lychee tea, which is my other grandmother. It's the lychee tea leaves, a little bit of lychee, and black tea. You have to have your base has to begin with a tea. So it needs to be a white tea, a black tea, a green tea. One of the bases should be one of those teas, and then you go ahead and add in your fruit. So both of those would be considered fruit tisanes. Now, when it comes down to chamomile, chamomile is a plant within itself. It's its own tea. So you'll have the chamomile flowers and the leaves blended together to produce chamomile tea.
Yeah, I purchased 2 bottles of your teas over the weekend, and they were really, really good. Do you add anything to it? Because it had a nice sweetness to it. Like it wasn't too sweet. Like, what do you use to
So
give it that good flavor?
You are going to crack up laughing. So listen, when it came down to the Get Out the Vote event in Highland Park on Sunday, normally, Keisha, I'll bring, my AirPods with the hot tea and let people try the hot tea because that's normally what I'm known for, right? I was sitting on the bed and I said, listen, it is 80 something degrees outside. I cannot serve these hot teas today. It's just not going to happen. And I sat there a little while longer and instantly I heard, you're going to make organic sweet tea and you're going to put organic honey in it to sweeten it up. I jumped up out the bed, ran in the kitchen, started brewing a small quart-sized pot of tea, and I added agave to it, and it was a little bit too sweet. And I heard again, I said organic honey. I said, okay. I got up, went to Whole Foods, got some organic honey, came back. I did it all over again. I had to play around with it to get the measurements right. But once I had it right for me in my 1 cup, I knew that I would be able to make the recipe for the rest. And it brings tears to my eyes to know, like, as an adult, as we get older, if we are quiet and we listen to source energy, we listen to the universe and our ancestors, they will tell us exactly what to do. So after that, I ordered the 12-ounce bottles, and from there went to the warehouse and I got busy. So I made 80 bottles of the sweet tea that was made with organic honey. And I did the Maddie's mango, and then I did the Sergeant's green tea. So you had a green tea and you had a black tea bottled up and ready to go. But thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes, delicious.
And that was my first time making
Wow.
iced tea and labeling it and putting it in a bottle, because all of my tins come in the loose leaf tin ready for you to take home and brew yourself.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yes. Okay. Star has her hand up. Hey, Star.
Hey, what I want to know is, okay, I hear you talking about all these different teas. Are they your personal recipes? And if they are, do you have them like patented or something?
So 17 of them are my own. The others aren't, like the Tulsi ginger tea. It already comes blended like that. The chamomile tea comes blended. The peppermint tea comes blended, but I do have my own peppermint tea. And then there's one more. The detox tea. It comes blended already. And no, I haven't patented any of my own yet. That's on my list to do. I know, bad girl. But I feel like my great grandma, the only one who has the recipe is me. But at the same time, I keep pushing that patent piece back, and I know I need to bring that into fruition. And that's just something that I need to do, because I can't keep saying it's enough for everybody. It is enough for everybody, but what's yours is yours.
Okay.
Okay, Joy. Welcome, Valexis, my wonderful niece who got accepted into law school to get her master's.
Congratulations.
Welcome, Valexis. Joy has her hand up.
Yes, I wanted to say, and I apologize for not being on camera this morning, but if your teas are organic and original, they cannot be patent. You can't patent something from God. And a lot of not having a patent is a good thing in some cases, especially in this case. Just like you said, I got grandmama's recipe. Nobody has that, So I think it's a good thing they're not, because usually if things are patent, there's some type of synthetic or some type of unorganic stuff that's not in it. according to the rules, you can have 10% of something organic and say that it's organic.
It's organic, yeah.
Which is unfortunate, you know. So just like I was looking at a product, and the first thing I said, they said, "Oh, it's organic." I said, "Well, has it been patented?" And they said, "No." I said, "Okay, ding, 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 ding. It's not a patent, so that means it's really organic." You know, so that's definitely something to look out when people say their product is organic. You know, ask them, "Well, is it patent?" If they say, "Well, yes, a patent," it's like, "Oh no, it's really not organic then."
Gotcha, understood.
Well, I appreciated it being organic, not patent, and organic.
No, no extra nothing. It is what it is.
All right. Do you have jasmine tea?
Yes, ma'am. I have white jasmine tea.
Okay. I'll have to try it. I'm on your site right now as we speak.
Oh, that is.
It's actually it's called Julie's Jasmine.
Okay. Okay.
All of my teas, guys, I know you're gonna say, well, who's Charles Chai? Who's Sergeant Cinch? They're all my family members. A lot of them have crossed over, and it's a way for me to pay homage to them. Not all of them, but a lot of them have transitioned over. So, and if you click the button, it'll say inspired by and who the family member was that specific tea was inspired by.
That's beautiful. Can we pull up our site? Can anybody pull up our site and show her site? That's beautiful. The way to give homage to your ancestors. That's really beautiful.
Oh, I guess I will have to get the power.
Or
Star.
Star, can you pull up our site?
Yeah.
It's okay. Just breathe through it.
Yeah. And while we waiting on her to pull up her site, you know, I just purchased. I'm watching a lot of different things because one of my challenges is, I want to lose the weight that I've gained, and they had this elixir that had peppermint tea in it. So that's my first time actually using peppermint tea with lemon and water and cinnamon. It was really, really good. So that peppermint, I thought it was going to be really, really strong, but it wasn't strong.
Not all the time.
What is what's the site?
It's Mattie, Mattie, Louise, LOUISE.com. And that's another story that it's both of my grandmothers. And I remember when I was creating my website, this guy was like, well, you need to change it to SimpliciTeas.com. I said, no, it's because of them that I am what I am. So no, the name stays the same, tea company is. So if you guys look, the first thing on that to the far left, the Gail's hair serum, that was named after my Aunt Gail. She transitioned away. And that's a hair serum. It's organic castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil, and it has peppermint tea and hibiscus in it. So you can use it as a hot oil treatment. If you keep your hair braided up, like I have mine now, you can put that on your scalp instead of putting a grease on it. And I actually started putting it on my eyebrows. I went and had my eyebrows waxed 4 years ago, and the young lady, the wax was too hot. So they kept telling me that my hair follicle had closed over my right eye. Well, after I used some of this serum on my eyebrow, it's starting to come back. So I didn't even have to fill them in anymore. But if you browse through, I offer the stainless steel infusers because a lot of people don't have the infusers to add the tea in. And at the bottom, it'll say view all because this first page just shows some of the top sellers. But when you hit brew all of the teas come up.
What tea would you recommend? I like a more robust, flavorful tea. What tea would you recommend for me?
Flavorful tea, I would actually, do you like chai?
Yeah, I like cinnamon chai. I like a cinnamon chai.
Okay, so I would recommend the Charles Chai for you.
Okay.
And then I would also recommend Mocha Blue.
Okay, what's Mocha Blue taste like?
So it's not like a coffee. It has carob in it, but it's for my customers who say they just can't leave coffee alone, and coffee has more caffeine than tea, and it actually doesn't. The longer you steep tea, the stronger it becomes and the more caffeine it has. So I would those two. Another tip for you guys is a lot of people don't like a lot of caffeine in their tea. Same thing. You can take a caffeinated tea and you can steep it, but don't steep it for a long time. Just dip it a couple of times, allow the water to change color, take it out, and enjoy your tea.
Oh, nice.
So that's all of them there. And that's simplicity.
Ramona's Moringa mints. Moringa is really, really good for you.
Oh, Moringa it's like one of the #1. Remember when Tahitian noni was out and all of that those juices, kind of from the same family. However, it doesn't have the sweetness, right? It's just the tea leaf itself with a little bit of mint in it.
Yes, that's one of our hot sellers is our Moringa liquid herbal extract.
Absolutely.
The liquid as well as the Moringa detox, because Moringa does so much for you. Like the list is so long that you can't even really put it on the package, all the benefits they say.
You can, and it has so many antioxidants and anti-fighting agents for your body. Like it actually works for your body. I think one of the things that I love to tell individuals is when you think about healing your body, and a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I drink tea and I drink tea to heal. You have to also give yourself grace. You have to be able to drink the tea, enjoy the tea, and relax your body. A lot of people say, well, you know, if I do the detox tea, how much weight will I lose? And I always say, well, that depends on you. Can you stop eating processed foods? Can you drink tea with fresh fruits and vegetables? If you can do that, you'll see the weight fall off within a couple of weeks or less.
What about the matcha? I'm sorry, I didn't apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. But that matcha, what's the big thing about the matcha green? I just bought me some matcha like protein to like put into you know, my smoothies. So what's the big deal on matcha?
So matcha is another healing tea. That's what I call it. It's green tea, but it's in powder form. Okay. So it has more antioxidants than a regular green tea. So a lot of individuals take the matcha green tea, they put it in their cupcakes, they put it in smoothies, or you can just drink it as a hot tea. The antioxidants within matcha green tea are unbelievable. The only thing that you have to really focus on is a lot of people put the powder in the cup, mix it up and drink it. That's the wrong way. And I'm actually going to do a sipping seminar in August, and it's going to be entitled, Have You Matcha Your Goals? I did one in January and we talked about goal setting. So in this one in August, we're going to talk about steeping, how to steep matcha tea and how to whisk it properly. So I love matcha tea. Absolutely love it.
So that's really interesting because, you know, the matcha that I have, you know, I put it in my smoothie and it is in powder form, but I didn't know that it only came in powder form. That's interesting.
Is it straight matcha green tea or is it mixed with something else?
You know what? It's not actually, I think it's even actually a tea. I want to say
it's like a powder, like a protein powder.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it real quick.
So if it's just a protein powder, that one probably can be mixed. It's just the matcha green tea itself. Even if you mix it in a smoothie, I always tell my customers to either mix it with like coconut water, whatever liquid you're gonna put in your smoothie, be it almond milk, oat milk, regular milk. If you take a half a cup and put the almond or whatever liquid you're going to use to the side, and then use the 1/2 teaspoon of the matcha tea, just mix that up together really good before you pour it. Yes, Miss Shirley, I do have a ginger tea. I have a Larry's lemon ginger tea. And that's named after my dad. But yes, ma'am, I do. I do. It's right, actually it's right there, the first one on the right. And related products. Yes.
Larry's lemon ginger.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
So it actually has a little bit of peppermint in it as well, but it's more ginger than everything. This one is real pungent because it has lemon in it, and it's extremely strong, but it's so good for you. So good, especially if you're getting ready to go to bed and your stomach is a little bit upset. That's my go-to. It's either Larry's lemon ginger or chamomile or either Taylor Tulsi ginger tea. One of the three.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Taylor's
Tulsi.
Tulsi.
So what is your favorite tea?
Oh,
I don't know if I don't know.
but all of them. But my go-to lately has been Arnold's Americano. It's a black tea, and I usually mix it with Chobani's oat milk.
Mm.
So and the one I have the caramel oat milk. So I mix that together, and that's like my morning throughout the day go-to. I'll even make it iced. So I'll have it in a little mug, and sometimes it'll go a little bit cold, and I'll just throw some ice cubes over and keep going.
You know, that is so awesome. It's interesting to see your face. You just light up when you talk about these teas. Something so simple. It's beautiful.
I become overly excited, and it's funny because I don't know if I was telling you, Keisha, or the young lady who has the cakes that made the cakes at the pop-up shop, but I ran into another sister it was right before, it was Thanksgiving. It was right before we had the Christmas Expo. And when she found out that I had my own tea company, I think she wanted to make it like a battle. And she was like, well, my teas and my teas and my teas. And I was like, that's awesome. That's great. And she said, do your teas have this? And I said, well, actually, I blend my own teas, and all of my teas are loose leaf and organic. And I said, and she said, loose leaf. And right when she said it, I knew that she wasn't even aware of her product. So she was buying it from somewhere else, putting her label on it and selling it. And I said, yeah, I said, loose leaf teas. I said, when you take a bag of Lipton tea or any type of tea that you buy from the store, they're placed in bleached muslin bags. So when you take those bleached muslin bags out and you infuse them in hot water, guess where that bleach is going? Into your digestive system.
Wow.
I said, don't forget the staple that's at the top of it. So now you have metal, and now you have bleach going into your body. I said, and the shelf life, let me talk about that a little bit. I said, the last box of Lipton that I had, it was good for about 7 years. That's not going to happen with any type of loose leaf tea that's beneficial for your body. And she said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I can show you. And I opened up a tea of my tin and I poured it in a cup. And I told her to take a bag of her tin out and poured it in a cup. I said, look at my leaves and look at your leaves. And then we got some hot water, and I steeped my tea and I steeped her tea. I said, now when you have a loose leaf tea, you see how the leaves are small, but when you start to steep them, the teas open up. That's what you want in your tea, because all of the medicinal benefits of that specific tea are now coming out. If you look at your tea, not to, disrespect you, but it's muddled. All the preservatives are there because the same thing that I poured in this cup is still there now. I said, so between you and I, it's enough for everybody. You don't have to knock me for my tea, and I wouldn't knock you for yours. But what I want you to do is prosper, and I do want you to grow, but we still have to educate ourselves on what we're selling. And it went from a defensive situation till she gave me a hug and a kiss and told me thank you. So no matter what business you're in, it's enough for everybody. And I want us to really, not us on this call, but just us as a people, to realize that we don't have to compete. Support. I've purchased tea from plenty of other people, and I've tried it because I want to become better. And I think that's the key.
She went from defensive to lesson well learned.
Yeah,
I loved on her real hard, the best that I could, because I want her to succeed.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, it's not about competition, it's about collaboration.
Exactly. Keisha has tea, and I'm here.
Yeah, I do.
Because I love her and I support her. It's enough for everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, Tanisha. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I just wanted to chime in really quick and give a testimonial about SimpliciTeas. I have tried many of these flavors and I just really love this tea. Like Cher said, the leaves are so organic. It's almost like she just took them off the tree. You can taste the fruits. You can taste the different flavors. And I've gotten to the point where I steep my tea. I've got several little, I don't know what you call them. What do you call them, Share the little balls and different
Infusers.
infusers, and I don't even need sweetener. I don't even use sweetener because I like to taste the flavor, the natural flavor of the leaves, and I can sense the medicinal benefit, the calming benefit, and it really does take your health and whatever your morning regiment and those things, your self-care, I'll say it like that. It takes your self-care to another level. So thank you so much, Cher, for bringing these products to us, this wonderful loose leaf tea.
You're
Everyone should grab some.
Yes.
so welcome, and I thank you.
Can you take the website down so we can see each other? And we can see if anybody have any questions or any hands up.
Yes, you said you had a detox tea. So what can you expect when you take your detox tea? What can be expected? What are
So
some
I'll
of
be honest, the first few days, I would say nothing. The third day, you'll start to see your body extract the waste. But during those 3 days, during the first day, we have to start eating right. So lots of fruits and lots of vegetables, because you're actually training your body to rid all of the toxins that sit around. So I would say that for me, and it's different for other people, but for me, the first 2 days, nothing. But by the third day, I start to see, I call it a great bowel movement, one that you haven't had in a long time, but it's extracting all of the waste out of your body. Just remember, if you do it for 5 days, no processed foods. I mean, I've taken it as far as no meat, just fruits and vegetables to get the full benefit of it. A lot for us as women, and I have to go in a minute, I have to go to work, guys, I'm sorry. But for us as women, you guys notice that a lot of the weight sits around our mid area. Well, that's our root chakra, right? So it's full of heat and energy, and that's where we suppress certain energy. The reason why it can't move is because we're not moving it. We have to get that stuff out. We have to change our mindset, push away the sugar, just do the natural sugars from the fruits, the vegetables, drink the tea, and you'll see a difference. The first thing that I noticed was it in my face. Some people, now can't get a miracle. I'm not gonna tell you you're gonna lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. No, ma'am. But doing the right thing, you'll see it coming off.
Yeah. Because right now my bowel movements are good because it's hot and I'm not really hungry. And so fruits are my go-to for in the morning. And then I make ginger shots with organic lemons and ginger and blend it with a little honey. And well, no, I just blend it as is. I wash it really well and I blend it, and with the water, with purified water, and then I strain it, and then I drink, about this much every day with sea lime cinnamon in it. So that has been like, just because I have eaten a lot, things have just been coming out. So
yeah. And a lot of people ask, should I drink a lot of water with my tea? If that's your go-to, but like I said, I always recommend fruits because we all know that water flushes out a lot of the minerals that we need to keep in our body, right? So if you're not putting some sort of sea salt in your hand and taking it and then drinking the water, all that water that you're drinking, now how are you going to put those minerals back in? Because now you just flushed them out. So my go-to again is always the fruit and the vegetables to put those minerals back in.
Okay. So if I call it the high blood pressure, still the the Celtic sea salt won't what?
I'm not a doctor, but I would just say, just take a pinch,
Yeah.
a small pinch.
Okay. With
But
your
if you're
water.
eating fruit throughout the day, that's going to put some of the minerals back in your body. It's just as long as you're not flushing your body out, drinking all this water, and you're not putting the minerals back in.
Okay. See, I didn't, yeah. Okay. They always tell you to drink a lot of water, but they don't tell you about putting the minerals back in. That's something new. That's something.
Wonder why. Look, that's another morning talk show discussion.
Yes. And one thing about pink Himalayan salt that my company learned about, because that's originally what we were doing, was the Himalayan salt, the pink Himalayan salt. It has over 85 minerals that your body needs. And you
Mhm.
only need a little bit of the pink Himalayan salt. And so
Just a
it
pinch.
Yep, you only need a little bit, and it has over 85 minerals that your body need, and so it's a really, really good salt. Definitely stay away from the table salt and
I don't
you
know. I haven't used
the
that
sea
either.
salt.
Yeah.
Mm.
Celtic sea salt is not good for you.
I'm
It,
not
it,
saying it's not good for you, but it's up there. A lot of
Okay.
times they
Yeah, because I
compare
have them
that
both.
salt with the pink Himalayan salt.
I have them both. I have them both. I have them both. And I haven't used like Morton's table salt for decades. It's been 20, 25 years. I haven't used that. It's always been either Celtic sea salt and then pink Himalayan sea salt, for
Well,
cooking things. So
thank you for sharing. I want to thank you so much, Tanisha, for chiming in and telling your testimony about the tea. I want to thank you so much, Cher, for sharing your company with us and giving us information about the tea. I know you have to make it to work, but it was wonderful, amazing, and we appreciate you taking out the time.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Love you all so much. And I look forward to seeing you soon.
okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. Bye.
Bye, you guys. Love you.
Love you
Love
too.
you too.
So I thought that was very, very interesting about the tea bags, because I'm using the tea, the peppermint tea, and I didn't know it had like bleach and things in it, and then like the staple parts, how you keep it together. I've just been putting the whole thing in there because I didn't want the little tag to catch fire on my, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just put the whole thing in there, and I'm now, I see that as not good.
Can we add her to our WhatsApp list so that we can know when she can post where she's gonna be and stuff like that? Would love to know that.
Yes, that's awesome. Yes, I'll talk to Queen about that, about the WhatsApp. And so we don't have that much time left, but I definitely wanted to get your prayers, your support. Um, I did the millionaire success story on Kevin Harrington, and I would love to show you all something. It's about 6 minutes.
You need the power.
Yes, I need the power. I need the power. Just so that you all can see him. And I stumbled on something that could probably be life-changing, possibly to look at. Have anybody ever heard of gold backs?
No.
Gold back dollars? Okay, so then I want you to see Kevin, who I will be doing a co-authoring a book with him. So this is going to be a huge game changer. I really truly believe, as far as me learning from a multi-millionaire who is good with getting products in different stores. He have a lot of connections, and I'm just excited about all the things that I will be able to learn from him. So do I have the power?
Yes, and do
I got the
you
power.
already have the name of the book yet, or y'all still working on it?
No, it has not began. I just Monday it was Monday. I had the interview with his team. I thought it was going to be with him, but I had an interview with the team. And so they are interviewing people, I think 10 to 15 people that they're looking for to to co-author with him to kind of establish your credibility. You all know I am working on Madam Finance and, establishing myself, my credibility and different things like that. So this will be an amazing opportunity. So I want to show you all this real quick, and then we can talk a little bit about more. But I thought this was interesting since this is a wealth building session. Okay. Share the screen. Okay. I have so many screens up. Here we go. Okay. Can y'all see the screen?
No.
Can't see the screen. Okay, here we go. I had to hit it here.
Okay.
Okay, so not responding. Can y'all see the screen at least?
Yeah, we see that you're started sharing, screen sharing. We see that.
Okay.
Now we see it. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington. I'm an original shark from the hit television show Shark Tank. And today I have a special guest, Jeremy Corden. And Jeremy, you are the founder of Goldback. And here we are. This is Goldback. Well, welcome, by the way.
Thanks.
I have to ask you, we got a lot of gold looking things here, but what is Goldback? And let's talk about it.
So Goldback is gold. A Goldback is made out of 24 karat gold, and it's in a form
Wow.
that's easy to use as money.
There's actual gold in here, and there's the number one is on this piece here. What does one mean?
So it's not a dollar. You can't peg gold to the dollar, right?
It changes every day,
Well,
right?
generally it goes down, right?
Yeah,
So the one is 1/1000th of an ounce of gold.
1/1000th of an ounce.
Right.
Okay. Does somebody collect this? Do they use it? Is there commerce with Goldback, or what is the concept of collecting Goldbacks?
It's not so much a collectible. People are buying Goldbacks because, well, if you want to buy gold, or if anybody wants to buy gold, they'll say something if you ask them along the lines of, well, I own gold just in case. Just in case of what, and they'll tell you why just in case, in case an EMP goes off, in case the dollar, becomes worthless, we have hyperinflation, you name it, some horrible scenario,
Right.
The Yellowstone volcano, I own gold just in case of something really bad.
Just in case. I've heard that. Yes, many times.
And what do they have? They have gold bars and gold coins. What are you going to do with those gold coins?
Right.
What are you going to do with those gold bars? Because in a just in case scenario, a gold coin's like $2,000.
Right.
That's too expensive to actually use in commerce for anything. And
Right.
then
You're not going to go buy a cup of coffee with a $2,000 gold coin, right?
Well, no, but even if you bought something expensive, our market's getting flooded with fakes. We're getting flooded with fake gold coins, fake gold bars. So even in that just in case scenario, that's a $2,000 risk.
Wow.
So what the Goldback is it's a form of gold that's designed to be used as money. Every single one is serialized. They've never been counterfeited. And we've actually been putting these out as local currencies. We're in 10% of US states now, which are kind of small states like Utah, South Dakota, Nevada, Wyoming, and New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And Goldbacks in those states are 8 times more accepted than cryptocurrency as payment.
Wow. So I'm looking at the denominations, a 1, a 5, a 10, a 25, a 50. So each one of these is worth more money because there's more gold. Do people use these for buying things, for commerce?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
people are actually spending these. So I'm gonna open my wallet here. So I've got them in my wallet. I carry them around. You'd be shocked at how often an opportunity comes up where you're talking to the business owner, you're talking to whoever the decision maker is. And if you ask them, hey, would you take payment in gold? I was hoping that we could get maybe 5 to 10% of business owners to really go for this.
Right.
And what we're finding is that about half of people are willing to take payment in gold.
Right. There's a novelty aspect of of having this, right? And saying, wow, I've got some gold. What do you call this? A gold what?
It's a gold back.
A gold back.
Yep.
That's
Just
it.
one gold back.
Okay, that's the name of the company.
Think of it as like a Bitcoin, right? You
Right.
know, so like you have one gold back, two gold backs. This is 50 gold backs. The 50 has 50 times the amount of gold. It's worth 50 times as much. All of these are interchangeable, just like cash.
Right.
So
And
there's
so
not,
there's ultimately a value that is on each one of these.
Right.
In a commerce mode, if you owe somebody $500, you can pay it with gold backs.
right. Say it's
Right.
125 gold backs. Right now it's about $4 a gold back.
What's the next step in the evolution of this business from your side? You mentioned you've got 10 states that are currently accepting this,
50% of states. So we have 5 states where these are being used as a
Okay.
local currency.
right?
And, you know, I mean, you can spend these at grocery stores and gas stations and for car dealerships,
Right?
you know, where the business owner says, hey, I would take payment in gold. Why wouldn't I take
Right.
payment in gold?
Right.
We advertise their business. And like I said, we have 8 businesses in Utah for every one business that take gold backs, for every one business that takes cryptocurrency as payment.
There you go.
So it's
So
really popular.
very popular. And in the 5 states, are you starting to get some volume going?
We have over 1 million people that own gold
A
backs.
million people. This is awesome.
And it's only been out for a few years. So this
Yeah.
is brand new.
Because I'll bet you most of the people that are listening have never heard of gold backs.
They've
you know?
probably never seen it, you know? So this is, you know, if you have 1 million people that own it, you have 5 million people that have seen it. That's 2% of the population.
Right.
So this is very kind of new.
When somebody buys gold backs, is there a starter kit that they like to start with, or what might that be?
There, you
Is-
can pull them out here.
There you go. Oh, wow. And so, I mean, I look at this, I see Christmas presents, birthday presents, really, I mean.
Sure, stocking
pe-
stuffers.
People give it, a $10 bill, but I'd rather have a gold back. I mean,
I
come
think that
on,
is
let's
tips
talk
it.
about it. I mean, the holidays and et cetera. This is what a great gift. Also, educationally for kids, maybe to start to, getting in tune with finance and money and gold values and et cetera, right?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of different angles here.
Well, for $4, you can turn anybody you know into someone that owns precious metals for the first time. And
Right.
it could be a tip at a restaurant,
Yeah,
you know, like these are huge attention getters.
yes.
You know, you pull out here, you know, it's like you're Willy Wonka. Hi, I have a piece of gold for you. What? You know, and they'll show every other employee and, explain to them why they might want to own gold.
This is awesome. Well, you're going to get a new customer today because I'm buying some, and I love this, and I think that this is an awesome new direction for the world. And Jeremy, I want to thank you for being here with us today. And I also want to say you need to check this out because already 1 million people are using gold backs, exposed to up to 5 million people. You've seen it here first. Check it out. Be sure to visit goldback.com to get started. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Take care.
Okay. Before I ask you all what y'all think, before I ask what you think, I want to show you what
Time to
I
help you
am
customize
involved
the state with
in.
Liberty Mutual. Forgot my wallet.
Okay, can y'all see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. This is only like 2 minutes here. All right, so it'll be finalized this Friday, what I'll be doing. And I think this is going to really be huge, that I will be doing co-authoring a book with him. He's going to have approximately, I believe, 4 to 5 other companies, entrepreneurs that will be being a co-author with him. So I will have, I believe they said 10 to 15 pages section based off of Matter Finance, my story, and different things like that. My picture will be on the cover along with him. So it'll be a picture with him and a picture of me as well on the cover. It's a lot of wonderful things that will come along with it. But I'm going to play this video.
Hi, you may have seen me before. My name's Kevin Harrington, and I'm an original shark from the hit television show Shark Tank. If you're an entrepreneur, you know how tough it is to build your brand, how to stand out in the marketplace. How can you become the key person of influence in your market or the key product in your industry? It's very tough today, but we have answers and we have ideas and we have a plan that'll show you exactly how to put yourself into the forefront and create a massive media onslaught. Most businesses fail because they don't achieve a recognition in the marketplace. They don't get branded. Nobody knows who they are or where they are or even how to get a hold of them. So it's important for you to take an exercise of building the brand of your business as well as the brand of yourself as an entrepreneur. One of the quickest ways to establish authority is to be in the same crowd as those that already have authority. Over the years, as an entrepreneur, I've done over 1,000 projects. I've invested in over 1,000 businesses. And these people came to me up front because they wanted my branding and they wanted me to be involved and they wanted me to help them take their business to the next level by co-branding themselves with my brand. So this is a product called Peeps. It's an eyeglass cleaning product. The sales for this company were under $1 million before we got involved. Now, they came to me because of my branding, who I was, what I had done with other products, and we took this product from under $1 million in sales to over $100 million in sales. And it was all based on one phone call that I made, and this one phone call was generating 500,000 orders a month. And that story shows you the power of branding. I'm talking about my brand, a brand that I've been building for the last 40 years. If you want to build your brand, you could spend 40 years like I did building my brand, and that might work, but it will take you a long time and it'll be very expensive. Or you can stand beside me and leverage my brand for your benefit. So you might be asking, how is all this going to happen? Well, it might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and let me tell you why. I'm selecting a few entrepreneurs to join me that have a great mission, a great product, a great business. If you have a great story, brand, or business, and you want to reach thousands of people, you're going to want to hear what I have to say next. For the first time in years, I'm going to hand select entrepreneurs who want to reach thousands of people. They're going to write a book with me in a co-authored fashion. This book is going to dive into the success secrets of many entrepreneurs and how they built their businesses. Not only will this book become a bestseller, you'll also be involved in a book signing, photos, videos. We'll do a book tour, shoot, and a content day that we'll be shooting together. This is giving you instant authority and mass attention in the marketplace. This book will not only blow up your brand, but it's also going to inspire thousands of people to be successful as an entrepreneur, just like you. If you want to blow up your brand and reach thousands of new customers, you're going to want to click the link above or below and apply today.
Yeah.
I am excited that I was selected. So I am excited about this next journey. But it does cost, there's nothing, free, and it's a lot of things that's involved. And I'm excited about what I'm going to be able to learn. It is definitely worth the investment. I look at it as an investment, within myself. And they called me yesterday just to see if, I was going to do it. They think that I would be a great asset. And so I think I know that I will also, because I do have a story. I do have a story. And I just want you all to, pray on this journey. And I want to, I'm just excited. I am really, really excited about the information I'll be able to learn. So it is 10:02. And I'm going to get a chance to talk about the goldbacks. But next week we will talk about the goldbacks. What did you think about it? Do some research on it. Goldback.com. It was interesting to show you how it's even made and different things like that. And so we will be talking about that. That next week. Yes, 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 yes. And one last thing. Miss Evan, you said you wanted to share with the people.
Oh yeah. If you live in the Detroit, you know about Dabble's Gallery over there on Grand River, and what is that, Grand River and West Grand Boulevard, and the mirrored buildings. They are the city wants to tear some of it down, I believe. And so there is on Facebook, there is a letter. It's already written. All you have to do is fill your name in and sign and send it to the council members to stop that. It's supposed to be some like next week, to stop that demolition and give them enough time to meet with the engineers in order to and because it's a treasure for our city. Everybody knows about that corner. Everybody knows about that corner, knows about Dabble's Gallery and his beautiful array of authentic African beads and masks and just I don't want to see that happen. I do not want to see that happen. So if you can go on Facebook and just punch in Dabbles, and it should pop up somewhere. And I did put it in the WhatsApp. So if you belong to the WhatsApp of the Grand Rising, Elizabeth is in there. The letter is in there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that this morning because it's a call to action.
Okay. But thank you so much for sharing. It's 10:04. I thank each and every one of you for chiming in on the Grand Rising Elizabeth Wealth Building Wednesday Zoom show. Because I know you all could be doing something else. I appreciate you with the bottom of my heart. And so with that being said, let's hug yourself. I love to kiss myself. Hug yourself. Let's hug the world because they need a hug too. And let's sprinkle love, peace, and happiness, of joy all around the world. I love you. I thank you so very much. I hope you all enjoyed the show today. And see you next Wednesday.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.
Love you.
Love you all.